Okay, let's try this again. Everything looks like it's working on my end. Yeah, let me know. Let me know how that's going. Yeah, looks like we're good. Okay, so we're trying this again. Yes! Oh my God, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I just can't use the microphone, I guess. Is coming in clear, coming in beautiful, all's well? I love you so much. Thank you. Honestly, like, I got the new computer, I'm still figuring it out. Thank you so much for your support and your patience with me. Okay, take your time. Come back, come back, come back. Oh my goodness. It's so wild just to be alive and take your time, girl. I did. Was it yesterday? I think it was. Let me make sure because I have my computer. I'm so grateful. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so grateful. It's it's such a wild thing to transcend time and space. Like, especially like right now. Do you have coffee? Do you have tea? Do you have water? Where are you? Like, are you Eastern Standard Time? Comment below. Let us know where in the world you are. I'm Eastern Standard Time. I'm in North Shore. Really? I think I've only seen I just finished Eastern Standard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I've seen the first few, and it's just I keep seeing memes about the Hunger Games, kind of like with the parable of like what we're experiencing right here and now, which is fascinating to me. Like absolutely, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. It's a weird thing to be alive, especially in the United States. I feel like everyone, like I was saying, you didn't hear anything that I was saying before. When I was trying to speak in the last live, how's everyone's sleep been? How's everyone been feeling? What is new in your world? I feel like I fall asleep so early, like between 6:30 and 8, and then I'm up in the middle of the night, like I don't even know what's happening. Like, I don't even know where I go or what I do. Dreams have been absurd, like, absolutely absurd. Pardon me for looking at my phone at the same time. Yeah, yeah. Message. Got a good message. And there's the Hamilton epic musical memes on Florida was dude, dude, honest to goodness, there was a let me know what your meditation was, because I know a lot of light workers were doing work with the hurricanes, but what I was doing was just sitting, and every time I was breathing in, and then I was breathing out, and just helping to push it out to the ocean and push it out to the ocean. And I feel as though things could have been so much worse, and they really, are still really intense. But I feel as though as light workers, we're all so aware right now, and that we're doing so much that we don't recognize how powerful we are. Yes, 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 dude, dude, dude. I feel as though so many different things, like the parables and the different lenses, because you've been around here, I speak in lenses that were I'm so grateful you're here. I'm so happy to be here. I've been looking forward to this for so long. I can't even tell you. I'm gonna try to pull some cards for us 'cause and come back and look at the comments. But it's just a privilege to connect with you. The sun literally in transiting in my birth chart, the sun just went into my 12th house. And so the past few weeks and the eclipse was all in my 11th house of community and friendships and wishes for the future. And it's been so powerful to feel, although transcending time and space, so connected to all of you. So just know how much I care and how deeply I wake up and I'm like, how can I do something? How can I help? How can I make it fun and accessible? And like, how can I do all of these things? Like, how can I actually participate in a way that feels accessible, that feels as though you know that you're not alone in any of this? So grateful you're here. Scorpio, dude. Scorpio season is gonna be fun. I recorded my Scorpio video this morning. What did I call it? I think it's anything but casual. It's uploading right now. Yeah, anything but casual. The energy is gonna be very interesting, and I love to use that word because it's not positive or negative. Oh my God, Seattle, this is beautiful. I love it. I'm so excited that everyone's connecting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Find someone to. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna pull some cards. I'm gonna pull some cards. I'm gonna pull some cards. It's 11:11. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's 11:11 for me. It's not gonna be 11:11 in West Coast time, but I'm gonna make a wish for all of you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Scorpios. Yeah, Scorpios is gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be an interesting vibe. There's okay. Tens, 2 tens, 2 tens. I just like to pull cards because it gives me a little bit of an understanding how everyone's feeling right now. This one, sorry, it's reversed, so I'm just a little bit backwards right now. This one right over here, Scorpio rising, same girl, same, same. I'm a Scorpio rising conjunct Pluto, and Pluto's in my 12th house. So Pluto's at 9 degrees and my rising's at 12 degrees. It's an interesting thing. That's like our mastery, dude. It's gonna be, oh my God. Love it. That's why I wanted to do these at 11 because I wanted to make sure that my West Coasters could be here. I really hope that Nuno can make it. But so it's a cloudy day. We're completing some emotional cycles as well as trying our best to find our like, hey, we're trying to find our people. We're trying to find what it is that makes us feel as though I'm just going to do this because it's really hard to do it backwards. Like they're just celebrating. They feel happy, they feel beautiful, they feel safe under this arc, under the rainbow, and it's just the little kiddos, they're just having a beautiful, fun time. This is we're not I use the term God, but it's God of your understanding, source energy, whatever it may be, spirit, what God, goddess, all there is, whatever label that you've put on the energy of the out there, that's what is in control of this. You could also say your soul, your higher self turns the wheel. But it's 2 tens. It's 2 completed cycles. It's 2 finishing of what emotional cycle over here? And oh my goodness. Is this Pisces energy? I think this is Pisces energy. I think this is the last decan of Pisces. So right now we'll have Neptune over there. That's the area of the astrological wheel. Please find where you have, I'd say like 25 degrees of Pisces to maybe 10 degrees of Aries in your birth chart. 2025 is going to be some of the biggest upgrades that we've ever seen, the biggest opportunities for us to like I'm putting together an all signs reading for 2025 with like key dates. I think it's like about 20 key dates and then like a little like booklet, like a compendium to go with it to kind of talk about it and how to navigate and utilize this energy. But Saturn, Neptune, the North Node, Venus are all giving so much energy to that area of your birth chart. So find exactly where that falls and like the Monday video that I just posted, like this is a map. The astrology is a map. And I use the analogy of like when you're going off into the woods, like, and you've never been in this woods before. Do you grab the map? Like there's a little box. This is like, here's the map of like what you're going to experience. You've never been here before. Give it a try. That's the astrology. And so it's a way for us, like I've told you before, like I sometimes have like tried to hide from certain astrological transits. I'm like, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do this. And then I get an email and then I get a comment and then I get something that happens. So it's like we can't hide from our upgrades. The universe is trying to present us with this energy to do something different, to respond instead of react, and to say, okay, if I know that something isn't supposed to be in my life, why am I grasping onto it? If I know that something isn't supposed to be a person, a place, an environment, whatever that may be, isn't supposed to be there, why am I holding on to it? An ideology or, a coping mechanism, whatever that may be, whatever that represents for you, we have to let it fall away. In the same way, and I use this analogy sometimes, we know that the flowers are going to die, but we still buy the bouquet. We still want to smell the flowers and smell the roses. Everything Everything has a season. There's ebbs and flows to everything. That phrase, the only constant is change. So when we look to certain things, that's wild, dude. That's wild. I have a whole past life tale in on getting stabbed in the back, and so that might be something that could be helpful for you, and maybe do some bubbling on the third eye and things like that. And the dreams, honestly, I wrote that down in my journal today. I'm glad that you commented. The dreams that you've been having, this could be a clearing or a guide. So maybe spend some time in meditation and just say, because we're souls having this human experience, and when we dream, we go to other places. Like our souls got other things to do, and we have other, responsibilities, other lifetimes that we're going into. Like comment below. Have you ever felt as though you slept for 13 straight hours and then you woke up like a bus hit you? You're like, that was not relaxing at all. I received nothing from that. That's your soul going somewhere else. Yes, yes. I would journal on it. I would spend some time with it and just ask yourself, like, actually, just so you know, I had a dream someone betrayed me and stabbed me in my third eye. I'm going to repeat it just because I don't think everybody's reading the comments, but it's so intense when things like that happen. And also spend some time with your higher self. Maybe that was something that you just needed to see, that quantum view, the dream space, to be like, okay, am I bubbling myself? Am I doing protection things? We know that we're in this world. It's some of the toughest stuff for me and what I've experienced in my life to be like, wait, you can't trust everyone? Not everybody has my best interest in mind. I can't expect myself and everyone. There are people that lie. There are people that enjoy lying. Yeah, there are. There really are. And it's disturbing and it's gross. And it's also a great way. This could just be like a checkup that said, oh, okay, am I bubbling myself? Am I doing certain things to protect myself? That could be all it is that you needed to experience. Because what I love about the dream space is that it happened in another time and space. And sometimes I think I have 2 videos on dreams. You could probably just put into YouTube, Sarah Botticelli dreams, because that could be you experiencing that in the dream so you don't have to experience it here. Do you know what I mean? Amen. 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 It's definitely something that I like mantras because, for me, my brain knows the worst case scenario. It's actually something that someone had asked about in my all signs reading. Sometimes repeating those mantras just gives like another layer of the baklava. You know that that's there, but speaking it makes it more potent. So it's not that I would just recommend sometimes like speaking it more often, just like when you are trying to memorize something, you speak it over and over and over and over and over again. You know that it's there and that is law, but sometimes it's like, make it a tune, make it a diddle. Like when you're brushing your teeth, they're just like, I'm divinely protected. I'm grounded. I'm safe. I'm bubbled. I'm protected. Only the white light of God is allowed in my space. Like making those the songs that we sing and the spells that we speak over and over and over again. I just like to have fun with it. So it's not that I'm saying that you're not. All I'm saying is that enjoy declaring it over and over and over and over and over and over again. And yeah, definitely sit and meditate with it. Definitely, definitely, definitely sit and meditate with it because it is. Today's the new laptop day. I'm so grateful. This is for everybody that's here now. This is my second attempt. I tried to use my microphone with it, but it was coming out completely silent. So I know now it's coming in clear, right? You can hear me and it's like, it's going well. I'm so grateful for the laptop. I'm so, so grateful. I'm so grateful. I feel like I've been thinking about this and talking about this for so long that I had someone reach out via email, just kind of like an email pen pal back and forth. And he was like, how did your Aries do receiving the laptop? I received the laptop in the mail. Oh, I'm so happy you enjoyed that. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I received my laptop in the mail the day of the new moon eclipse in Libra, which was happening pretty much conjunct my south node. And it's just like my irrational Aries ram. I have an Aries sun conjunct Jupiter in my 5th house of play. So sometimes I'm like, I don't know how to say thank you. I don't know how to receive. I don't know how to trust people. And so it was so beautiful to have this big receive on that new moon, and just to know that the intention is to connect more. The intention, and the new moon was in my 11th house of community and friendships and wishes for the future. And so here's Cat Moon, yeah, Scorpio rising, girl. It's just, there's so many voices going on all at the same time. It's really powerful. That actually is something that I haven't found an advertisement for it yet. I have to make a Canva for it. But on the 5th of November, I'm going to start it as one, but if it, gains traction, I'll do it once a month. It'll be a private Zoom on intuitive listening. And my intention is, because so many of the people that are here, we hold space for others, whether we're getting paid for it or not. And sometimes having a community where you can understand, this isn't my stage. I'm just here to listen. I might have a different belief system as the person that's talking to me. When is there time to step in? When is my time to do it? My intention is to offer what has helped me. I feel as though I'm so blessed that wherever I go, I hold sacred space for people. It could be at the grocery store, it could be in a client session, it could be here on YouTube. And so I would love to offer a space for people that do this, that are interested in more intuitive listening, to have access to me in a more private space. And so the first one, yeah, like I said, is going to be November 5th. It's going to be on Tuesday. And it's for my United States people. So that is going to be another offering for you. I have a new moon Zoom that's coming up as well. That's on the 1st. And for some of the people that have been reaching out about that, what I'll do moving forward, because I forget that some people have jobs and things like that, where it's like you can't just like take a few hours off in the middle of the day. I'll probably make those on Saturday, the Saturday either before or after or closest to the new moon, so that more people can come to that small group. So let me read some of these. One gem in my zodiac chart. So many zodiacs. Oh my goodness. I have 3 Pisces, 2 Scorpio, Aquarius, 1 gem, Leo, Sag in my zodiac chart. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tuesdays I'm in class. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to find the time that works best for everybody. I think that Saturdays are going to be a good day for it, and that can be a small group Saturday type. Oh my God. I love it when the words rhyme and it just kind of like takes over. All right. I'm going to pull a few more cards for us. I actually don't even want to do reversals for this group right now. I hear you. I hear you. Honest to goodness, I flounder on weekends. Said it makes the weekends less scary. It really does. To have community, whether it be in person or across time and space, is imperative for what we're experiencing right now. It is absolutely the only way for us to be like, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Yeah, I had a client consultation the other day where I was like, no, 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 no. You've got dozens of voices going off in your head, or you've got at least like 6 of them, whether you entertain like the cat moon. If I didn't have that language of a Capricorn moon, if I didn't know what was going on, I would hate myself upon waking up every single day. I have a short about it where it's like, I wake up and my cat moon is like, have you done everything that you're supposed to do? Did you record all those 7 videos you're supposed to record this week, even though it's Tuesday? Have you done that yet? Oh, no, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. You have 100,000 subscribers, right? You've reached everyone that yeah, yeah, you did it. If I didn't have the understanding that that's my intuition, that's the way that my Capricorn moon communicates with me, I would literally lose my mind. I would say, oh, that's me. But we have to be able to take a step back and not identify with all the voices going off. We don't even have to entertain every single voice that's going off inside of our head. You know what I mean? So I love this card. This is the beginning of a solid foundation, whether it's money, values, very second house, very pentacles, very Taurus type of stuff. And it's also a gate card. Do you see the little like, you're going through the gate? As far as the aces go with this deck, this is the only one that doesn't have any little yods falling from it. I'll see if I can find another just to show you a reference. It's putting real practicality into the world, real understanding of I'm planting a seed. Is it a redwood seed? You see how this one has like the little yods that are falling down, where it's like more the universe, God, source energy working with you. This is you saying, I'm making very practical decisions right now. I'm doing things that are absolutely best for me in this experience. I'm doing things that I know can be helpful for me and can be helpful for you. Like, my intention to do these lives. Oh, that's why I'm not going to do a live tarot at the top of the month. I'm just going to do my tarot reading because I feel like I'm going to do tarot pretty much every Monday. So I don't want to overwhelm y'all with like so much stuff. I know people have said like bring on the Sarah and like keep the Sarah stuff coming, but like I never want to overwhelm you. I never want to overstay my welcome. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna offer. Oh my goodness. I love my Gemini moon too. Your inner dialogue, dude. Oh my goodness. I love a good Gemini moon. The stories that you tell, like that's what I tell people that I pull cards, like a Gemini telling a story where it's like, okay, so it was 1975 and the sun was, I would say it was about like 2:30 in the afternoon. It was like a mid to partially cloudy day. And this was what I was wearing. This is what I was going on. I'm not even halfway done with the intro, like to the introduction. It will get to it. My older sister has a Gemini moon, and my absolute best friend in the world has a Gemini moon. When we get on the phone, I'm like, just tell me the backstory. Tell me the backstory. Absolutely tell me the backstory. My moon is in Scorpio. Very nice placement. Very nice placement. I feel with the moon in Scorpio, it's like the dialogue is going on and you're just sitting there like this and you're like, this is happening, this is happening. It's like you have this internal like alchemist desk where you're making sense of all the things to yourself. And it's just, oh, the power of a Scorpio moon where you could just, how do I say? Not, no, I'm transcending time and space. I'm not projecting this onto you. So I'm just like, Scorpio moons are so intense. I love them. Oh my goodness. The Gemini and the Aquarius moon, definitely the dialogue, you'll be able to pick up on things so quick. And I did a whole video on really being friends with a Gemini is a way to understand telepathy a little bit more because a Gemini has been perceived, or in my past, in my personal experience, we speak from I statements around here. So what I've experienced with Gemini is that sometimes they're trying to tell a story and they'll say, oh, I'm so sorry for interrupting. I'm so sorry I interrupted you. Or I'm a little ADD. I'm a little ADHD. Where I'm like, girl, I'm an Aries. I got 13 tabs open in my brain. And it's like that, like one of them's playing music, but I don't know which one. Interrupt me. We don't have to have that portion of the story. You can remove it. And so when it comes to telepathic conversations, talk to a Gemini moon, sun, or rising, and you'll understand telepathy a little bit more because you have to be comfortable with them understanding what it is that you are about to say and go around it and say, oh, you get this, you get this, you get this. It's just being efficient in our processes, definitely. Where's your chart ruler, Sarah? I am a Scorpio rising. So Pluto's my chart ruler. Pluto is at conjunct my rising sign. It's at 12 degrees. Pardon me. Pluto is at 9 degrees Scorpio and my ascendant is at 12 degrees Scorpio. So it's, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Be friends with the Gemini and you'll understand telepathy. My natal Mars is in Taurus in my 7th house of relationships. Oh, it's a good time. It's a good time. Yeah, no, Pluto on this, I was meant to do this work. I was meant to do this work. And it's so wild. Like I love every little bit of it. With Mars and Taurus, it can be very chugga chugga, but when you're in my inner circle, you are in. You are in. And Mars assertion in the house of relationships with Pluto conjunct my ascendant meant to help people go through and navigate experiences that maybe I've been through, things like that. And so one of my good girlfriends is a Gemini sun, my boyfriend is Gemini rising, I'm Aquarius rising. Yeah, that's going to be an incredibly powerful upgrade for all of you. That Pluto transit that's coming up and the dialogue, really, those air signs, they're just beautiful, beautiful. Oof, Taurus ascendant, I get it, dude. Yeah, 12 degrees is my ascendant sign, 12 degrees of Scorpio. You know, my chart ruler is Jupiter. My Jupiter is in the house of Scorpio. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. It's that abundance, that gregariousness. You know, Jupiter right now, I think it's still at 21 degrees of Gemini retrograde. And so I find that for so many of us, that's us understanding like we can't be deceived anymore. There's so much expansion with Jupiter and Gemini, so much information, so much going on. I have 2 videos in my longer range transit playlist. If you're interested in more information, it's, oh my God, dude, we're absolutely Virgo moon. You got the receipts. You got the receipts. Honest to goodness, you got the receipts. And that's a beautiful thing. Do not cross a Virgo moon. They know what's up. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna pull up my journal from 1975 and we're just gonna talk about what actually happens there. Yeah, yeah. You cannot deceive a Virgo moon. They are picking up blah, 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 everything, 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 everything. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful thing. It's wonderful. So I want to pull a few cards and dude, that's literally it. It's because it's your intuition. It's the yin, the mothering side of ourselves. That's the moon sign. And so when that's in the sign of daily life and practical service, Virgos run it's mutable earth energy run by Mercury. So that is a way for it's like Mercury lens, how we receive information, how we communicate. But mutable earth energy, when you're the one that has to learn new information, but once you learn it, you're like, I've adapted, I've evolved. But it has to be a little bit more hands-on at sixth house stuff. You've been having dreams. Have they been super powerful, dude? Like it's been wild. It's been wild. And the dream space, it's so accessible when it comes to multidimensionality. We're like, we literally lay down, pretend to sleep. We literally lay there and we pretend to sleep. And then our brain goes somewhere else. We go to all these different times and spaces. And then we come out and they're like, well, that was normal, obviously. Like it's a perfect way to jump into the quantum space. If you understand dreams, you understand astral traveling, you understand the multiverse. I'm a 12th house Scorpio stellium with Sag ascendant Jupiter in the 8th. I need to practice tarot. Tarot, honestly, oh my God, a Virgo moon. I'm beautiful, beautiful. That tarot is such an accessible tool. It is such an accessible tool. Honestly, it's like the Justice card. It's Libra season. So whenever this comes up, I'm like, oh, it's a very, how do I say? Everything is connected. Every single thing is connected. And not everyone loves hearing that. Not everyone understands that. But I have a whole product. The link is in my about section and in all of the videos. I like it's still alive, so I can't post it just yet. To my Tarot Essentials program. It's a digital download. You get all different, like my book references. I go through every single one of the cards in my interpretation, what do reverse cards mean, all that jazz. So if you need a hand with that, and I'm going to incorporate tarot into every single one of my lives, I feel like it's just a nice way for us to all come together to say, okay, this is what's going on. So we'll pull another or two. Okay. Yeah. This was the first one that I pulled. Dreams, your family, keep waking up in the middle of the night. Yes. Honest to goodness, it's and like as if you're completely awake, like I'm ready to have coffee. There have been times recently, like last week, I would wake up around like 11 or 12, flounder for a little bit, then get up, make myself a coffee, write, create something, maybe get on a canvas, maybe do something, then fall back asleep and be like, where on earth did I go? I have one of the windows open, so I apologize if you're hearing some chit chatter. 8 decks of tarot has been on full-time school, so I get to know them as I can. That's a beautiful thing. And first of all, like that's incredible that you're doing all the things that you're doing and you're like, I want to study this at the same time. Sometimes just one card a day, that's how I started, was just to kind of see themes or to just have one card. I'm going to study this one today, or just what does this card mean to me? How does that look to me? Heck, this morning I woke up at like 4:27, went to bed, and I think at 9ish. Yep. I sometimes ask my higher self for a specific dream experience. That's huge. I'm really glad that you just said that, because that's such an important thing that we can do. We can ask our higher selves if you want to have a dream journal. If you don't have a full connection to your higher self, I have a full download. It's a digital download. I think you can just pay a penny for it. I think it's free, or a penny, connecting you to your higher self. If you've never done that, that's in my digital products as well. You can just write down in your dream journal, I want to experience this. I want to connect to this. I want to see this in my dream. Help me understand this. And then just wait a few nights and it will come to you. But we have to understand the laws of non-intervention when it comes to this third dimensional matrix that we reside in. We have to ask for it. We have to ask our spirit team to come in, to step in. There's some kind of term for the waking up for a couple hours and sleeping again. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. is I got to know 4 decks in one night, and I pulled Ace of Wands at a random daily pull from all of them the night I got them. Dude, I see you and I hear you. There are times that I'm like, I don't like this message. I'm gonna go to another deck, and then the exact same freaking cards will pop out, like literally. And thank you for commenting that because I want to look into that. Found of 4 of Wands. That's crazy. Yep, yep, yep. Asking your dreams. This can be a card I think of like positive and negative. This could be nostalgia. This could be connecting to our ancestors. This could be giving and receiving. And it's just, this is a beautiful, beautiful card. I believe this is the card that represent my descendant sign. Every minor arcana, save the aces, every single minor arcana card represents a specific decan of the astrological wheel. So we know that we have like Jupiter card. We know that we have the Libra card. The major arcana will represent a planet or like a sign, but the minor, this can be a wonderful way. I like to look at like, what is my sun, moon, and rising? What do those cards look like? So then when they come up in my daily spreads, I can say, oh, this is, my sun, my sun, my ego coming out. Oh, this is my moon sign. This is my intuition coming out. This is my rising sign. This is myself coming out. The 5 of Wands. It feels a little bit bumpy out there sometimes, doesn't it? I like to think that they're just like playing with wiffle ball bats, and it feels competitive, it feels strange, it feels odd, but it's like you're not gonna, it's there for your what do I say? It's like the parable of bumper bowling is coming into my brain. And I don't know if that's something that everybody has, but it's like you're bowling and they have those like bumpers upon the side. Where does that really help? Are we learning? Or is it okay to kind of get knocked on the head and an experience? This is what I want to say. God, source, universe, the God of your understanding, all that is. I never want to use the term God in a triggering way, but that's just very encompassing for me. But maybe source or universe could be the right word. Just interject whatever it is that I'm saying. But God will not let you thrive in environments that you're meant to leave. So sometimes if you feel like, oh, this is happening, and oh, this is happening, and this is happening, this is happening, this is happening, you're like, I don't like this. And it's like, okay, it's something that I talked about in my Scorpio season introductory video that I have not posted. I recorded it already, but I'm going to post it hopefully tomorrow or the next day. Just start with what you have. Start where you are. Like that comment, it's like I'm, in school and I'm trying to learn these tarot decks, but let me pull a card a day. I'm doing all of these things. You're start with what you have. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but the more you practice, say you want to, start a YouTube channel, you want to start whatever it may be an influencer, something, you want to start something, just start recording. Just start recording. You don't have to post it, but start where you are with the tools that you have available to you. And it just feels awkward, but get those little awkward things out. I was super nervous to get on here. I was super nervous. I was like, oh my goodness, it's going to be intense. It's going to be weird. It's going to be interesting. But it's you, you know? I feel so safe with my community. I feel so held and so loved and so open to be able to channel what source has to say. And it was also, as I was getting ready, my higher self was just saying, it's a different energy when you do a live. You receive different messages, you receive in a different way. So me opening up to that new level of channeling and new level of connection is going to feel different. It's not like it's painful. It's not like it's uncomfortable, but it's my brain that says like, oh, this is nerves, or oh, this is this, or oh, this is that. It's just saying this is a new heightened level of energy. So nice to be in safe spaces and you can just be you. It's so true. That's beautifully said. Like when you're surrounded by people that you're meant to be surrounded by, it's one of the most bliss-filled experiences. Like with my VIP community, with my family and my dear friends, it's one of my biggest blessings when I can show up and just sit and look at the fire and just be like, I don't have to do anything. And someone else will say something and then I can interject and then this can happen and then this can happen and then this can happen. Like I love seeing everyone connecting together. Like I want the comments to be like there are a few people that I have, a few subscribers that are in Melbourne that know each other. We have, some West Coasters that are in the same place with a similar astrological sign. My intention is to bring everyone to the table. We know around here, we speak from I statements. We never try to tell anybody else to be like, you have to believe what I believe. No, we're here for a reason. I want you to win. Your blessings don't take from me. My blessings don't take from you. I want every single one of you to thrive and prosper and feel safe and loved and happy and supported and healthy. I want you to receive everything that you want to receive. This is an interesting card. It's like the lone wolf card. It's like he can't even keep all of the swords. Oh, jeez, again, it's backwards. I'm getting used to the reversal. Be where your feet are. Don't run from it. Accept the reality of where you're in, but keep that forward thought. Keep that forward focus. Say, that's where I'm going. I'm grateful for my fingers and toes. I'm grateful for what I have, the roof over my head, connection to YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube. I'm so grateful. It's connecting us across time and space. I'm so honored to be here with all of you, but don't run from what you're in. Don't run from it. Don't run from it. I'm going to try to get us to a major. Ha ha ha. I love when he comes out reversed. A benevolent king, benevolent king. I'll just fan them for people that are wanted to get a major arcana. Is it 2 sevens? Yeah. Ooh. 7 of cups, 3 of pentacles, ace of wands, 7 of wands. This is the Aries card, so it makes sense going into that Aries full moon. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be wild. I feel as though we can use this in a creative way. That's something that on full moons we celebrate. We know we all become the werewolf. We know that we're just going to feel a little bit cuckoo pants. I love that term because it really just encompasses like, yeah, like if you've ever worked in service or there was, it's not so much, I've heard that they say like statistically, like there's more calls to the ER, there's more cuckoo things that are going on. It's more wild things. It's more like, how did you do that? How did that happen? How did you experience that? What on earth? How did you do that? That's what happens around full moons. And so this is structures, all different things, all Aries, he has the ram, and it could be, father figures. This could be all first house things. Reversed, he's gone through some stuff. He's gone through life, and that's okay. I literally love that Libra, Aries, juxtaposition between the two. Keep them there. Yeah. Opposite sides of the same coin, Jeez, good, 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 good. Keep on chatting, my friends. Keep on chatting. I like that this comes up reversed. I don't remember if the Wheel of Fortune came up. It's this one coming up straight up or reverse, and I talk about that in my Tarot Essentials program. Sometimes reversals can be a good thing. For the 10 of Swords, it's a really good thing. For the 10 of Wands, it's a really good thing. It says you release, you're letting things go, you're doing things differently. So what if we romanticized the best case scenario in this energy? What if we looked at, because our brain can tell us like, oh, scary things. Oh, we're going into Scorpio season, which is the lions and tigers and bears portion of the general astrological wheel. What if we said, what's the coolest thing that could happen right now? What's the most magical, lovely, abundant thing that could happen for everyone, for all involved and invested? That's my intention. I ask Source to give me the greatest information for all involved and invested, for the highest and greatest good, with no harm coming to any. Scorpio midheaven, dude, that's pretty awesome. You've got something fun to do in this world. Oof. Oof. I'm going to check out some comments. I'm going to make some tea. Please do. I'm on an espresso. Venus square the moon. Haha, Gemini and Pisces. That's fascinating. Yeah, when you love someone, and I would say the first thing, I'm having a full body chill. You might have a lot of intuitive knowings about the people around you, but save them for your nearest and dearest. Your intuition is probably really spot on, and it's the type of thing that I know people that like it's like a consulting type energy is what I'm hearing. I have all these ideas and I can help you become, it's very projector energy and human design. I can help you do all these things, but not everyone's open to that. And I don't want you to ever feel depleted or as if your intuition is not right, because that square energy, that's how diamonds are made. So although it can feel very polarizing sometimes, it can say, I know my intuition is right, but not everyone around me square is going to receive it in the way I'm intending to give it. Pluto being in the house of relationships, Virgo sun, Leo moon, Taurus rising here, still learning what all that means for me. Taurus rising is how people are going to see you. And so we're going to look at it as lensings. The rising sign is in the beginning, it's the storefront view of my life. The Leo moon is, when it comes to Leo, creativity, play, childlike spirits, joy, or kiddos. So you have that childlike joy. It's kind of like, I'd say, with those two earth signs sandwiching in the Leo, it's like you might have like a bellowing laugh and people really try to make you laugh, but you're very grounded within your understanding of things. And so the Virgo sun is still very practical, everyday life, practical service. I want things to feel safe. I want things to feel good. It's a very safe sign, but that Leo moon is like, oh, let's have a good time. Let's have some fun. Yeah, don't lose that fun. Never lose that sense of excitement. I would say, you can watch for any of my all signs reading for all three of them. Watch for Taurus first, and then Virgo, and then Leo. But for Virgo and Leo, just have some coffee with me, because we're talking about the astrological components. So the rising sign is where the full moon or the new moon is going to fall in your chart, but then you can pick up on the energy of the other two signs. My Aquarius moon holds my Pisces sun hostage. I'm so tired of her. Honest to goodness, those push and pull, it's wild. It is. It's those two voices that are going off in your head all at the same time. Where it's like, do it this way, light it on fire, do that, do that, do that. I get it. My Aries sun is like, never read the instructions. Just do it. Just go live. We'll do it live. Like all the things. And then my Capricorn moon is like, you only have your telephone, dear. You can't even respond or react to anyone's comments, nor can you see them, nor can they hear you. So maybe get your computer, maybe get your practical things all said and done. And that Scorpio rising conjunct Pluto is like, we'll just talk to the aliens a little bit more and we'll wait. We'll wait. It's okay. Dude, boyfriend's in Aries sun, Cap moon. It is a push and pull. It is an absolute push and pull. Oh, my altar headmates rising is Libra. Beautiful. I'm so interested, Australia, but don't know where to start learning your chart. It's honestly, take it step by step. Take it step by step. When it comes to, and I talked about this in my self-mastery program, where when you're just coming into this, sometimes understanding the transiting planets and where the new moons and full moons are falling can help, because it's when the sun is transiting your chart, think of it like a lighthouse. We have all of these areas of our chart that we can focus on, that we do want to develop, but we can't be focusing on 12 houses all at the same time. So the sun is the lighthouse saying, okay, maybe let's focus on this area. What planets are in that area? What is being aspected? And then the new moon, we get 2 moon cycles usually every month. The new moon is where we manifest, and the full moon is where we release. So we have 2 times every month to celebrate full moons, release, go crazy, have fun, make art. And the new moon is more practical. Where can I really manifest? What do I want? How do I want to upgrade and change? That's something I'm so grateful for you. I'm so happy this is hitting. I'm so happy that you're asking. It's very much overwhelming sometimes. Astrology, it's every single time, literally every single time I have a private session where I do a chart reading or I do a recorded chart reading, they're like, that's a lot. You've just given me 6 months of work to do. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And now we could talk for days about this alone. We could talk for days. We could talk for days. So I would follow, where does, late degree Libra going into Scorpio fall in your chart? Take a look at what's coming up for you. How am I feeling? Like I said earlier, right now, the sun for me just went into my 12th house in my natal chart, not on the astrological wheel, of soul purpose, healing, closures, and coming home. So when the sun transits your ascendant sign, that's a beautiful way for you. It's kind of like you get a second New Year's. It's like your personal New Year's Eve. I go back a year and I say, okay, what did I learn since last, Scorpio season? Where was I? What were my intentions? What were I trying to develop? And I take a few days off when the sun transits over this, but it just went into the 12th house. So I just look at, what did we learn, Dorothy? How have you upgraded? How have you evolved? What do we want to set our intention for next year? Let me see. The way your chart looks doesn't mean something. Your plans will stay in one project, but also does that too. Leland, all this, guys. I'm so grateful for all of you. So yes, when it comes to your natal chart, not the transiting charts, but your natal chart, the most general thing that I would look at is, this is the rising sign, the sign of self. This is the relationship side. This is the cultural roots of the tree of your life where you feel safe. And this is the more public space over there. So when I first look at a chart, I say, okay, do a lot of the planets fall down here? It could be a lens of being more introverted or processing things in a deeper way on the inside. If the planets are up here, sometimes in the seventh house of relationships or the 11th house of community, they're more charismatic. They identify more with public people and public spaces. Lots of planet in the 10th house, you have a more public thing to do, or even, Leo running the midheaven, having more powerful placements up here. Like I'd say Cap or Leo, things like that, or maybe even Sag or Aquarius running your midheaven says you could be on a public stage in a very interesting way. But it might be you were born into a family that was more public. It doesn't have to be a one size fits all when it comes to the astrology, but a great way when you're first looking at your natal chart is to say, okay, it looks as though a lot of my planets identify in this area. For example, the majority of my planets natally are down here. I have my sun, Jupiter, and North Node in my house of play, creativity, and childlike spirit. So sometimes people are like, you're 37, you got sparkles on your face, kid. And I'm like, yes, I am, but that's okay. That's fine. That's so fine. I'm sober, and I just like to express myself in an effervescent way. But that's where my North Node is. That's where I'm supposed to be going. And people, how we express ourselves is a way for people to say, you're my vibe, you're not my vibe. That's okay. Our brain is looking for our community. Our energy is looking for our community. I sometimes wish that people had background music when they walk down the street. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Leo, Sag, and then I have a lot of Scorpio, but not one planet and an earth element. That can be the medicine. When you don't have a planet in a certain element, that can be the medicine that you need. For example, my sun is in Aries, my moon is in Capricorn, and my rising is in Scorpio. So fire, earth, and water. My medicine is air. So sometimes just going for a drive, getting the wind in my face, like that can feel so healing. So if you're missing, like especially in a big three or big part, within your natal chart, I only have two planetary bodies in air signs. I have my Venus in Aquarius, like obviously, and I have my Chiron in Gemini. Those are the two, and those are not easy placements. Those are not easy placements. And so again, the medicine can be when you're not feeling yourself, that can be something that, and I say medicine for lack of a better term. Sometimes, for example, like someone with very heavy Pisces placements can feel really great going to the water. They'll feel great by the ocean, tears, all of that. But the medicine can be Virgo, the opposite, going into the woods, getting amongst the ancient trees, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. That's the baby ancients. So they have all this knowing, this beautiful, powerful intuition. But sometimes they're like, nobody knows what I'm experiencing or how deeply I'm feeling, or like the fact that you can walk into a room and you know how everyone's feeling. You can tell like the teeny tiny little shifts and changes. Like it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And so I also was chatting with someone, like your natal placements, and I have my natal Mercury is in Pisces. So it's like we give their dry information a beautiful spin. It's like I said a lot of this in my Scorpio video. I hope to post it tomorrow. I just have to go back and timestamp it for you. But I'm perpetually the violinist on the side of the Titanic. It's like everything's fine. This is great. This is great. We're doing great, everybody. We're doing great. Pisces sun, dude, like it's so powerful that you just see and have this deep knowing. Like Aries is the infant baby ram, and then Pisces is the oldest sign, the 12th house, and it's mutable water energy. Like when you walk into a room, you're like, this person's doing well, you're not doing so well, everything's going so well. There was one time at a restaurant job of mine where it was all Pisces birthdays. It was like 6 couples and, a lot of the people were Pisces and they took a picture of it. It was literally like a cartoon. Everyone was like they just have the purest, most angelic, lovely way of being like, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be fine. It's okay. It's so okay. My Cancer sun. Oh my goodness. Pick it up so quick. Dude. It's just, just like that. And that's built in. Understanding that that's a superpower. I sometimes speak in superheroes. So it's like we're all individual X-Men. I feel as though like our sun, moon, and rising, or whatever energy we kind of entertain in the external, that makes us shine in our own way. And I had a subscriber ask, I'm going to do a whole video on like my thoughts on the tism and stuff like that, because I tell you, I make the joke where, when my guides talk to me and I have that image over here, I'm like staring off into the tism space. That's how I shine. It makes me good at what it is that I do. So I'm going to record a whole video on that. And yeah, Pisces, they're so beautiful and so wonderful and so lovely. It's sometimes I've heard perspectives, and a lot of times, when you have your next door neighbor. So I'll just say for Aries. Aries sometimes doesn't get along with Pisces or Taurus. They just don't understand the execution. That's it. But Aries would get along famously with Aquarius and Gemini, where it's like that sextile. Anytime I meet an Aquarius, anytime I meet a Gemini, I'm like, oh, let's have a chat. Let's do this. It's going to be a good time. Pisces, Sun, and Mercury. I love me too. I love you so much. It's really that Mercury and Pisces, the Sun and Pisces. That's a superpower. That's a gift. That's an intuition. That's so from my perspective and in my practice, our soul chose for our birth chart, for that to be the amalgamation of all those different energies, all those lenses when we came in. Like that's the second you were born. That was a choice that we made to say, oh, it's the map. Like I said in my Monday video, it's the map. It's the map. Time just flew by. I'm really loving this and I'm excited to continue to do these. Pisces, Uranus, and Mars. Oh my goodness, Pisces, Mars, dude. You won't even stand up unless they really poke the bear. I love that. And then you're like, I'm seeing red. This is a you problem, not me. Joking. I'm just joking. But it's like, that's powerful. That's powerful. What house does that fall in? What house does your Pisces Mars fall in? And if you know. Yeah. 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 Let me know. I want to see where it falls. Let's see if there's any other cards. Yeah. 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 Rest. Yes. Wait, is the H in my chart the house? Yeah. Yes. 10th house. Oh, buddy, that's a beautiful thing. Honestly, where Mars is placed is kind of like, I would really spend some time looking at that. Hi, Jenny. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the group. Welcome. Yes, beautiful. There's so many different like thingamajim jams and like the way like there's like a Snapchat that if you have Snapchat that shows you all the astrology and stuff like that. I love how accessible it is. But look at it in lenses where it's like Mars, Pisces, 10th house, legacy, public life, career, Mars, assertion, the more divine masculine, the way that we do things and get things done in the world. In Pisces, the baby ancients, the intuitive. So really, there's a deep intuition where it comes to that masculine placement. And Mars is run by Aries. So it's like almost at its home base. I'm just listening. Yeah, there's like a helpful component to that where you're not going to, or maybe you do, I don't know, but it's like you don't assert yourself in ways that feel dangerous, you're just like, I'm only going to stand up. That's like it's kind of like a mastery, like a Leo placement where it says like, I'm not even going to budge unless I actually feel as though someone within my community, my circle is threatened, and I'm not going to waste my energy on you. My Sun and Mars is 2 and 4 in that order. Beautiful. Greetings all. I'm so happy that you're here. Mars is in the 9th house. Dude, you want to travel? Do you travel? Do you teach? Do you learn? This could be, long distance travel, higher education, whether you're teaching mastery, whether you could be, a student or have, PhDs, some version of a mastery within there. Beautiful. Yep. 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 Oof, Pisces Sun, Aries Venus, and Mars in your 2nd house. That's money. That's money. That's money. Aries Venus. Nice. Nice. I feel like Scorpio Venus, Aries Venus, and Aquarius Venus. It's like yeah, there's some good times in there. That's some fun times. All right. Let me see. Rest like it's a food group. Sleep when you can. Aquarius in the 4th house. Literally. Yeah. And it's an opposition of my midheaven, squaring my Mars. Yeah. Yeah. Venus squaring Mars. Yeah. 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 Mars and Venus in Aries conjunct at 13 degrees. Dude, Mars and Venus conjunct. It's like how you give and receive love at the same time. And I read somewhere in a book, I forget which one it was, in a reference book, that you can kind of like come into relationships and then leave them, but like not have so much of the animosity. It's kind of like the friends with the ex, but it's not like they might have been in the community, whether it's like the parable that's popping into my mind is like, oh, we were gym buddies and then we got together and then we left, but then I don't like have to like run away from the gym and stuff like that. But Chiron on both of these right now. Dude. Chiron and Aries is just, I feel like it's healing a bunch in our dream space. We're like, well, that's done. Well, that's done. Well, that's done. But for a while, sometimes I'm like, okay, what other soul contract am I facing today? How am I gonna tend to this? All right, I'm ready, world. Let's do this. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna resolve for my greater good. I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's afternoon for me, so I'm gonna stop drinking coffee now. Dude, it's wild. It's wild. When does Chiron go direct? I want to say it's December. Yep, December 29th, Chiron goes direct in Aries at 19 degrees. It's just parking it in Aries. It's just wild. It's just wild. Like it's just literally like facing it, crying, peeing my pants. It's so wild. It's just, and I'm here for it. I was having a cry and drive the other day where I was like, I'm finally safe to feel my emotions, and I've been so emotional, and I'm safe to feel them. So I'm just letting them flow through me, and everything's great, and it's fine. But I'm just gonna go buy snacks and lay down and watch Ancient Aliens and more Lord of the Rings because that feels safe for me. It's just so. Oh, compared to that's Pluto transit. Chiron, what's Chiron? Great question. Chiron is the wounded warrior, the wounded healer. It's this little glyph over here. So in myth, Chiron was the centaur. He was the teacher, Achilles, and what's his name? Hercules. He was one of like the first docile centaurs. They were like a more wild and crazy type of a of species back then. And definitely do your own research. I'm shorthanding and probably butchering a lot of this, so definitely do your own research on that. And Chiron just had this wounding within ourselves, where it's like, okay, well, I'm docile, I have a lot to teach, I have a lot to do, and I have a lot to heal, so maybe I can be helpful. But he was perceived, and this is how we perceive ourselves. These are natal placements, and then I'll explain a little bit more as well. So natal placements for Chiron, it's like this wince. It's like this, ooh, this is painful. This is uncomfortable. But if someone was to ask you about it, you'd be like, oh, no, I can speak to this perfectly and effortlessly. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And Chiron has a return that's very accessible. So when we have a solar return, we call that a birthday. It's when the sun is in the same point in the sky when we were born. It's about a year, or it is a year. A Mars return is very accessible as well. It's about a 2-year transit. Mars, our assertion and our aggression, coming back to the point where it was when we were born, the parents call that the terrible twos, where the kiddos are acting up and they're just very aggressive in the way that makes sense to them with the tools that they have available to them. Chiron returns is about every 50 to 51 years. We call that a midlife crisis, where it's Chiron, that wound inside of ourselves, coming back to the place where it was when we were born to say, like, am I allowed to be? Am I allowed to exist? And so right now I have a whole video on Gen X is waking up, whether they like it or not, because it's this, the eclipses they're having a Chiron return. The eclipses are falling on top of their natal Pluto. There's this massive shift going on with Gen X right now that just makes sense astrologically. I love astrology because regardless of the channeling, it's math, history, and patterns. It just says, okay, this is going to happen in this so many years. Yes, great question. How is everyone feeling with the full moon coming up? How are we feeling? I'm excited for the nodes to switch in January, hoping for some good times in 2025. Angela, I agree with you. I had a dear friend and light worker who's also a projector in human design. She was downloaded with 2025, it's time to thrive. And I'm going to have, oh my God, Carlo, I'm so excited that you're here. It's so good to see you. I'm going to have an all signs reading for 2025, which will be, I think it's like about like 19, 18, 19, 20 key dates. I say 20 because I have like the first and then the 1st of January and the 31st of December that we're going to go through. So I'll have an all signs reading, and then I'm going to have kind of like a ebook or something. I don't know, like a little companion to go with it. I'm writing things out as to how to navigate, how to utilize this energy. I'm calling it like we're dipping our toe in the new world, because Saturn dips into Aries and then dips back out. Neptune dips into Aries, dips back out. Uranus dips into Gemini, dips back out. And Pluto on the 19th of November this year goes into Aquarius for the next 20 plus years. I am a projector. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why please share my videos and content, because sometimes I need people to be invited in and stuff like that. And it's just a very strange way for me to be like, no, 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 I'm a public person, but I'm not coming at you. I'm just trying my best. Thank you so much. Thank you. I had someone really comment, a beautiful comment on the all signs reading, or maybe it was a different one. But she's like, I'm bamboozled. And the fact that she threw in a casual bamboozled, I was just like, yes, projectors do get tired easier. They would, like, literally we're 20% of the population, and we're not supposed to work as often as, because after doing these types of channels, I'm like, I'm tuckered. I'm just tuckered out. But what it is that projectors create, it's kind of like record something once and help thousands of people type of an energy, the projectors. And that's connected to the Uranus going into Gemini. I would look into the Uranus transit, as well as maybe even DuckDuckGo projectors 2027. That's a big year for projectors. It's something that I'm still studying, so I can't speak openly and like in a mastery way about it. But that would be, I think there's a page called the Projector Movement. That's a page that I follow on Instagram as well as YouTube. I forget their names. Her name is Sarah, but then it's a couple. He's Australian and her name is Sarah. She's an American gal, I believe. And they just speak very beautifully about being a projector. So I'd recommend that page. I learned a lot, but with the Uranus transit, as well as projectors are the newest human design type, we're here for this time period. So we have to honor that. That's why it kind of feels awkward for a lot of projectors. But my friend had really downloaded 2025 as time to thrive. I feel like it's going to be a really good time for a lot of people. Manifesting generator, Angela, you do things the way that you do things. Nobody's going to understand it. Nobody's going to understand it. You've got like 7 things on the stove. Everything gets done in the right time period. It's very much like, I'm on the phone. I'm doing this. 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 Everything gets done. Everything gets done. Everything gets done. We do get tired. They don't have the rev energy, a good mind energy. That vision girl. It's your due date? Oh my God. That's amazing. Full moon baby. Oh my goodness. Please, Jenny, keep us updated. Keep us in the loop and let us know how things go. Can't wait to celebrate you. This is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Congrats. This is awesome. This is so awesome. Oh my goodness. Let me check and see if. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. I think that's our first one. But at my age, I'm to be a hermit and a role model. I definitely got the hermit part down. Love my space. Yes, yes. That's something that is really powerful about this time period, especially being a channeler. So many people are coming into their intuition in ways that don't make sense. So it doesn't matter what physical age you are, I'd say, and I've said this before, it's like the older generation has been, we book learned, we studied something, we mastered it, and then we can teach it. Whereas the millennials, it's kind of in like two different worlds. But the younger generation, they download things so quick, and it's like, this is integrated, I'm ready. This is integrated, I'm ready, and can speak to things that maybe an older generation doesn't understand, that just like doing hands-on energy healing, I don't have to figure out how it's happening. I just have to get my ego out of the way and be the vessel, be the conduit for it. So it doesn't matter what age you are. And it's really, it's like having friends that are contemporaries of you so you can understand the intricacies of what's going on is a beautiful thing. But some of the most powerful light workers I've ever met have been the younger generation. Truly, 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 truly. And the babies that are being born, Jenny's new light worker coming in, like they got the codes. They've got the codes. I'm excited. I'm hopeful for a full moon baby, Jenny. I really am. That would be beautiful. Oh my goodness, Jenny, it's my pleasure. I love doing things first thing in the morning. I'm such an early bird and I try my best to post things as early as possible. I try to get things out as early as possible, as early as possible. I feel as though like sometimes I don't post it because I haven't time stamped it, but if I have an intention to post something, like for example, I recorded my Scorpio season introduction. I'm going to post it tomorrow, regardless of whether or not I timestamp it, and then I can come back. I could cry. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. My intention, I'm gonna be kind to myself, but my intention is to do this every Monday. My intention is to hold this space 11 Eastern Standard Time. I put it on my calendar to do it every Monday, to bring us all together, to just have coffee and chit chat. I wanted to make it a time period that was accessible to as many people all over the planet as possible. And I'm really like, yes, exactly, exactly. I really want to bring this multidimensional cafe together in a way that, although we can comment on the videos, having the live, it's a different energy, it's a different vibe, and having people that are here at the table, like literally visualize that we're all at a round table right now. And I'm just like, and we're just having coffee and we're just chatting and we're just together. This is a wild world, but how freaking cool is that? How freaking cool is that? It is. It's the best. It's absolutely the best. Well, we have done over an hour today, so I'm going to close up for today. I am so grateful. I really enjoyed this. I was like I'd said, I was super nervous. I was super duper nervous. And I just think that it was a new channel coming in and just holding a new energy and a new vibration for everyone. This new year that we're going into, it's not going to make sense. It's going to be, intense. We're all getting upgraded and we're adapting and flowing in different ways. But with community, we can do this. I'm going to have a full cry after this. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It's my absolute pleasure and privilege to create this space. I'm so excited. Yeah, dude, I wanted this on Monday. I wanted all of us to be able to connect and just start off the week with a fresh start. Harry's son, Cat Moose. I can't. I can't. I received that. I received that. Can I tell you? I'm going to leave this with you. Aries sun plus Cat moon equals astrology. Carrie Bradshaw. When I was younger, I literally thought that that's what I was going to do. I was like, I see, oh my goodness, Pluto's in Aquarius. Yes, that's her sun and moon. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. I literally thought back in the Sex and the City days, I was like, that's what I want. I want to be, someone that's, reporting that like I didn't understand being a YouTuber back then. I didn't know that that was even that's wild. That's I can't even handle. I can't even thank you. I can't even handle. That is just the coolest freaking thing ever to be compared. Like for that to be the similar, dude, dude. That's what I wanted when I was younger. I was like, I want to be able. We're doing it. We're doing it together, honest to goodness. And I feel like such an honor to be able to mirror to you, to be able to mirror that, as leaders, and we speak about that here at the Multidimensional Cafe, We chose to go first. We told God, I'll go first. I'll do this. It's not being a boss saying like, you all do this, you all do this, and I'll sit in my little tower, my castle. I'm right alongside you. I'm right with you. I'm mirroring to you. I'm a reflection of you. So for me to step into an authentic space today to say, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if anyone's going to show up, but I'm going to press live and I'm going to go and I'm going to do it because I see that image in my future. You can do it. I can do it. You can do it. I used to mirror Carrie so hard, probably too much high. I started smoking cigarettes. My apples were wild. Pisces moon. Oops. Dude, we all have a past. Honest to goodness, there's not a single thing that you like. I'll speak from I statements, like totally sober now, completely like no drinking, no smoking, no cannabis. I was a pack of Marlboro Red 100s a day, a day. So I see you, I hear you, I get you. It's helps us connect to people and it helps say, I've been where you are. I've been where you are. I see you and I understand. Oh my God, Capri Menthols pushing. Absolute icon. Absolute icon. Oh my goodness, the 90s. What a wild time. What a wild time to be alive. I'm so grateful. I was born in 87 and to be able to have experienced so many different like complete universes, worlds. It's wild. It's wild. It is wild. All right, I'm going to close for today. I will see everyone next week. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so, 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 so grateful. 87 too. Nice, nice. There was so much that was happening around that time. That Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, like those amalgamations of those planets, where it's like, dude, we're meant for something big, but we just don't know it yet. I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for being here. Please, if you have any questions, just send me an email and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.